Good evening, everybody. On behalf of Rob Martin, this is Rohan Bensali, and welcome to our webinar. We're going to run for about 40 minutes or so, and I'm going to teach a little bit about Beachbody and the coaching opportunity. Let me just move on over to the presentation here. All right. Terrific. So just a little housekeeping. If you guys have questions during the presentation, while I'm speaking, Rob's going to man the chat box, so you can ask any questions you have, and he'll be able to answer. And when Rob's speaking, I'll be able to answer questions from the chat box as well. If you have questions after the presentation, please get back to the coach that invited you here, or you can contact me. This is my Facebook page, or teamfindyourfocus@gmail.com, or teamfindyourfocus.com, and Rob has his contact info.
You can reach me at countryclubfitnessgm@gmail.com, firstteamfitness.com, or just simply message me via text or via Facebook Messenger.
If you guys are on Facebook, you can check out Rob's tips. He's got great quotes and tips up every day, and his website's on there too if you forget, but he's got some really great stuff, so make sure you check it out on Facebook. Okay, let's talk about the Beachbody coaching opportunity. Now, there's two really key words there. The first, that it's about being a coach. It's about helping others reach their goals and their fitness goals as well as your own. And the second is that it's an opportunity. It's a chance. It's not a guarantee, but it's a chance to make a difference not only in your own life but in the lives of others. So a little bit about me. I started Beachbody in 2011. This is a picture of me about 6 months before I started my first Beachbody program. I was very unhealthy. If you've never heard of the metabolic syndrome, this is what the metabolic syndrome is. It's someone who's got a big waistline. You see I have a big gut there, usually high triglycerides and pre-diabetes, impaired glucose tolerance. And that's basically what I look like. I made a decision. My son was born and my daughter was about to be born, and I made a decision that I didn't want to live like that. So I started with my first Beachbody program called P90 or Power 90. It is a very boring program that runs for 90 days and has exactly 4 workouts, 2 for the first 6 weeks that alternate and 2 for the next 6 weeks. So you can imagine it took a ton of focus to stay motivated, but I did, and I had some really nice results. When we first started Beachbody, I actually refused to try Shakeology, and it's a funny story now because these days we won't go anywhere without it. In 2013, after my own coach asked me to be a coach, and I turned him down a couple of times, I became a coach in April. And then once I signed up, I didn't do anything for about 8 months with my coaching account until a program called P90X3 came out, and then things really started heating up for me. Here you can see my before and after pictures a little bit. There again, it was a big gut, lots of like 9 chins or something over there on the left, and on the right, I had definitely gotten a lot stronger and slimmer, and more importantly, much healthier. And then this is really the heart of Beachbody right here, helping dads and parents and people, become healthier and fitter. So on the left there, you can see I'm holding my son. He was a few months old. I had that big gut. And then on the right, I was much thinner and stronger, and I was able to put my son, who's not so little anymore, on my shoulders, and my daughter, who was born just around the time I started with Beachbody. I'm able to hold her, and there's no way that this guy on the left in the blue shirt could do what the guy on the right is doing. And that really is what Beachbody is about for me. It's becoming a more capable and healthier father for my amazing kids. So now I'm a 2-star diamond coach, which doesn't mean anything really other than I've had some level of success with the business. I'm the daddy of 2 great kids. You can see there. I am a full-time cardiologist, which is not really that important either, except for the fact that it means I have a pretty busy work schedule. I work 60 to 80 hours a week, depending if I'm on call, and I still manage to run this business in my very focused spare time. And so it's something that you can do. I'm a runner, and I just say that because it's one of those things that Beachbody has allowed me to become. When I was in high school and as a young adult, I couldn't even run once around a quarter mile of a track. And now, since starting Beachbody, I've run 3 marathons and countless half marathons. It's something I never thought I could do. I am challenging myself in new ways all the time. I just participated in my first MMA tournament all because Beachbody is given me a foundation of health and fitness. And that's really what it means to me. And I hope that it will mean something like that to you. I love programs like P90X and PIO, but both of those programs really are in my comfort zone. Programs like Body Beast, which I'll tell you about in a second, are not, and I started that today. So Beachbody also helps me challenge myself in new ways so that when something scares me or makes me uncomfortable, I know it's something I can and must go after. So let's talk a little bit about what Beachbody is and what, more importantly, what Team Beachbody is. So back in 1998, our president, our CEO and founder, Carl Deichler, and our president and co-founder, John Congdon, had a sort of back of the napkin informal conversation about starting a fitness company to help people lose weight. Now, this was a very saturated market. You had programs like Billy Blank's Tae Bo, and you had Suzanne Summers and Richard Simmons, and you had all these other people already out there. And so, what was going to distinguish them? Well, they had some real vision about what they wanted to do. So in just before 2000, they came out with their first program, Power 90. That's the one that I did. It made such a difference in my life. And started producing great results. And then in 2004, the game changed. They released a program that changed home fitness in the United States forever, and that was P90X. P90X is an intense 90-day program that is done in the privacy of your own home. It's a boot camp program, and it was producing ridiculous results. People losing hundreds and hundreds of pounds. Now, what we found was at that point is that people who were starting P90X were reaching out to people who had already completed P90X, so-called P90X grads, and were asking for their help, basically having mentors to help them get through the program. Rob's going to tell you a little bit about his story, and it's a good one, about how he got through P90X. So we found was that the people who are entering into these mentorship type of relationships with people who had already completed the program were not only completing their own P90X, but were having better results with it. And as such, Beachbody said, hey, you know what? We better codify this, make this something real. And in 2007, they created Team Beachbody, which is the coaching network. Basically, it's a group of people who fall in love with one of the Beachbody programs and help other people complete their own programs. And since Team Beachbody came out, it's been a veritable explosion of programs. Now, this slide's dated because we've had a ton more since then. But just some of the highlights. Insanity came out in 2009. That is a very aptly named program because that thing is crazy. I had tremendous results after that, but boy, that is one hard program. In 2012, Body Beast came out. It's a program that I just started myself today. It's Beachbody's strength training and muscle building program. But what it really turned out to be was a program that could help women. Now, we don't talk about women and lifting weights a lot, certainly not as much as we should. But it's very clear that women need to lift weights. They develop improve lean muscle, prevent osteoporosis by improving bone density, decrease the risk of diabetes by improving muscle glycemic utilization. But women just, for whatever reason, we have bad gym culture still, and still in 2016, about to be 2017. Sometimes women go to the gym and they're intimidated to use weights in the weight rack. It's ridiculous, but unfortunately it is the truth. So women were finding that they had basically a weightlifting program that they could do in the privacy of their own home, essentially with a personal trainer, Sagi, the trainer who does Body Beast, and allowed them to lift weights and realize all the benefits of weightlifting without having to go to the gym. It really opened up new doors. Soon thereafter, T25 came out. T25 blew the doors off. The last excuse, which is I don't have enough time. T25 is meant to be done in 25 minutes a day, 5 days a week. And it gives you, because of the high intensity interval training, gives you the benefits of a much longer workout. So now, doing 25 minutes in the privacy of your own home without having to drive to a gym, I mean, it doesn't get any more time efficient than that. P90X3 came out soon thereafter. That was a big program for me, 30 minutes a day, really tremendous workout, produced incredible results. And then the 21-day fix came out, and that changed the game yet again because what it introduced was, besides 30-minute beginner level workouts, it introduced a foolproof eating system that allowed people to, instead of worrying about calories and whether they should be eating carbs or eating proteins, it basically balanced the macronutrient intake and the amount of calories for the day just by fitting whatever you're going to eat into color-coded containers, greens for vegetables, reds for protein, and so on. And it really produced tremendous results. And it gave us, one of the last aspects, which was a very easy to follow eating system. In late 2014, Beachbody came out with a revamped version of the original Power 90, which is P90. And I just mentioned that because it's sort of full circle for me. I put my own mom, who was at that point 70 years old, on P90. She lost 30 pounds, went from diabetic to non-diabetic. And so the program that started it all for me made a huge difference in my loved ones. I just thought that was a pretty cool full circle story for us. Since then, tons more programs have come out, so we basically have something for everybody. So by now you're wondering, okay, great, we have these great fitness programs and maybe you're producing some results. How do I know that, Beachbody is not going to go the way of the Thigh Master? It's very popular for like 3 hours and then it's gone. Well, take a look at our sales. Since Team Beachbody was created in 2007, Beachbody's sales have been almost asymptotic. They've exceeded 500 million in 2015. They've exceeded 1 billion, and we're very much looking forward to what the 2016 sales numbers look like. But Beachbody is growing. Now, while we don't expect this to keep going at this level, keep in mind that Team Beachbody is only in the United States and Canada. It's not even in all of North America, let alone South America, Central America, Asia, Europe, Africa, other places where this could be huge. This is only in the United States and Canada, and it's continuing to grow in that population. So why is that? Why is Team Beachbody growing where other fitness companies have failed? You remember that when John and Carl created Beachbody in '98, they had a lot of stiff competition. So why is it that Beachbody continues to grow despite other popular things like CrossFit and boot camp workouts? Well, it's because Beachbody doesn't focus just on fitness. There's great fitness programs. We talked about a few of them. There's also amazing nutrition, which we're going to talk about in a minute, peer support, which is the coach network, and rewards for everybody involved. And because of those 4 pillars, Beachbody has been very successful. So let's talk about nutrition. Shakeology is Beachbody's hallmark nutritional program and nutritional product. When people ask us what Shakeology is, we tell them it's our daily dose of dense superfood nutrition, which sounds ridiculous until you actually break that down into its basic components. So it's daily. You ever have this problem where you can't figure out what to eat for breakfast? Are you supposed to have oatmeal? Are you supposed to have eggs and bacon and get rid of the carbs? Should you eat whole wheat toast with butter or margarine, trans fats? What are you supposed to be doing here? Well, Shakeology takes the guesswork out of it. Every day you have a meal that is going to be super healthy. You don't need to guess about what you got to do. You just put your ingredients in a blender, turn it on, and drink it, and your breakfast is done every day. Don't have to worry if you're having a healthy meal. Don't have to guess. It's there for you every day. Or if you're like me, you could have it for dinner. So I don't have to worry about coming home from work and cooking or seeing what's in the fridge. I know that when I get back from work, I'm going to have Shakeology for dinner, and I have had an excellent nutritional product. I'm good to go for the rest of the evening. You never have to think about it. So it's daily. It's a dose. Now, you think about doses, you think about medicine. Shakeology is not medicine. Let me be clear here. It's not a medicinal product. But what I think it does for me is keep me healthy. And I mentioned that I work in a hospital. I'm constantly bombarded by pathogens, germs, and viruses. And Shakeology, I sincerely feel, helps me to stay healthy, because in the few times that I go without it, usually because I've given away too much of it for people to try, I invariably get sick. It has a lot of superfoods in it, and here you can see Beachbody's wall of Shakeology and all the ingredients that go into it. So over 70 superfoods source harvested from around the world, and some of these, like shaga, mushrooms, are used in traditional medicine to improve immune function. So I do feel like Shakeology really helps me give an immune boost, helps protect me against the illnesses in the hospital. The fact that it's made from dense superfoods, well, you can see them all here. I can't remember 3/4 of them, and half of them I can't pronounce, so we won't go through all of them. But just recognize all the trace minerals that you need for your body, amino acids, and superfoods, which improve digestion and immune function, are all in there. This slide's a little dated because we're missing one of the flavors, but there's basically a flavor for everybody. I happen to love chocolate, which is front and center there, and the green berry on the end. Rob, I know, likes vanilla. My wife loves cafe latte, which is a chocolate, a coffee flavored Shakeology. That's not pictured there. We used to get the vegan strawberry, which is that white one over on the left. And every month for like 3 years or whatever, 2 years, we used to get that vegan strawberry to our house. The day that cafe latte came out, no more vegan strawberry. Vegan strawberry unceremoniously was ditched, and we had cafe lattes. So the point is, there is a flavor for everyone. So besides having a flavor for everyone, we have a product for everyone. So if you like programs with DVDs, if you have a DVD player that you still use, we have DVDs available, although we're not sure how much longer that's going to last. We have digital access. This is a very, popular growing area where you can stream Beachbody from a platform called Beachbody On Demand. Basically, it's like Netflix for Beachbody. Rob's going to tell you a little bit more about that. And you could use any of our programs can be streamed to your laptop, your smartphone, your web-enabled TV, wherever you want to do it. You can take it on the go. Whatever equipment you need, Beachbody will have available for you, whether you need push-up stands, mats, weights, resistance bands, all that stuff is there. You don't have to go shopping in 19 different places. And more importantly, whatever your goals are, we have products for you. So if your goal of weight loss, we have a 3-day reboot, fantastic to use right after New Year's. And I would encourage anyone who's interested in that, just send the coach who invited you a message about doing being in a 3-day reboot sort of test group right after New Year's. It's a great way to get on track for the year. Or the Ultimate Reset, which are 3-week, cleanse that a lot of people do right after New Year's or in the springtime. But the most exciting part for me is the supplements. So Beachbody recently, or not so recently, it's been about 18 months, released the Beachbody Performance line. It's an NSF certified safe product. We have 5 components to it. There's a pre-workout energize, which I love. I use before my MMA. I use for all my workouts. There's an intra-workout hydrate, post-workout recover, and an overnight recharge, which I'm going to use tonight because it helps prevent delayed onset muscle soreness, which I no doubt am going to have after doing my first Body B session. So I'm definitely going to have my recharge tonight. And of course comes the creatine, which is probably the most heavily studied supplement around, very effective. If you're wondering if these are effective supplements, Beachbody recently became the official supplement for the Ironman Triathlon. For those of you who are not aware of what that is, it's a 140.6-mile race, a 2.4-mile swim, 112-mile bike ride, and then a full 26.2-mile marathon. Good triathletes, they finish in about 8 to 10 hours. Average triathletes, if there is such a thing, finish in that 12-hour, 14-hour period. So you can imagine people who are running and racing at that level are going to need very good, very effective supplements to support their workouts. And Beachbody is their official supplement. So for that reason alone, it's worth being part of Beachbody. This is the real deal stuff. Okay, terrific. You got great supplements. You got great nutritional products with Shakeology. You've got great workout products. Does any of this stuff actually work? Well, these are some people who have had great success with Beachbody, and you can see they come in lots of different shapes and sizes. Some people had a lot of weight to lose. Some people had a little bit of weight to lose. Some people just needed to put on some muscle and get ripped. Whatever your goal is, we have not only a product for you, but we have a coach who has gone through that and reached those goals. Whatever it is that you want to achieve, we've got someone who's going to be able to help you reach that success as well as having the products to help you get there. And that gets to the heart of the coaching network. We are here to help people achieve their goals. So let's talk about what a coach needs to be, and more importantly, what a coach does not need to be. A coach does not have to be someone who is a fitness or nutrition expert. I am a cardiologist, but I've had a grand total of like 8 minutes of nutritional training, and most of that is for, some weird stuff like protein, calorie, malnutrition in Africa. So I think it's not really that effective here in the United States. I certainly didn't know the difference between carbs fats and proteins and effective ratios and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't know any of that stuff. Rob has a background in fitness and nutrition he'll tell you about, but that's certainly not necessary. The key is that Beachbody are fitness and nutrition experts. So your job as a coach is to connect people with the appropriate program so they can learn the appropriate nutritional perspectives and to do the proper fitness and proper workouts to achieve their fitness. You do not, as a coach, already have to be at your fitness and nutrition goals. Definitely not. I certainly wasn't when I became a coach. In fact, people don't identify with people who are already at their fitness and nutrition goals because it's hard to identify with someone who's already ripped, right? But you see someone who's consistent in their efforts and doing their workouts every day. Those are the people who it's easy to identify with. You don't need to be an experienced salesperson. We don't want salespeople. What we want are people who are willing to share how the products have changed their lives and to share that story with other people. It takes a fair bit of courage to say, I was unhealthy. Now I'm using this product every day and it's making me healthier and stronger. And I'm going to share that story with you on social media or in person so that you know that there's a way that you can also become healthy and stronger. You have to be committed to actually using the products. How can you talk about Shakeology if you're not actually drinking Shakeology, of course? And you have to be willing to develop yourself as a person. I told you that there's a lot about challenging your comfort zone, challenging the things that scare you. And that is part of the personal development that we do with Beachbody, which has really been one of the great things for me. So with that, I will stop and turn it over to Rob. Rob, you're up. All right, Rob, I don't know if you're muted.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of great stuff there. And, I think for me, one of the greatest aspects, that you touched upon really was, how it's improved yourself, not just physically, but really mentally. And I think that, all throughout my, adolescence, I was overweight. All throughout, adulthood, I kind of yo-yoed up and down. And I think a large part of my struggles were more mental than they really were physically. As much as I didn't exercise the correct way, or I didn't eat the right way, or I didn't necessarily know what I was or wasn't doing, I think a large part of it was getting your mind right. And I think that's one of the greatest things about Beachbody, not only the programs, but specifically the coaching aspect, is the work on, as much as you're working on yourself physically, you're working on yourself mentally. And just like, if you listen to Rohan, he didn't enjoy running when he was an adolescent, nor did I. What overweight child does, didn't enjoy running, but now it's something that he absolutely enjoys doing. He tackles things that otherwise, more than likely in the past, he would have avoided, such as an MMA competition. I myself kind of done the same thing. And so these are the great things, is that instead of looking at life as things to avoid, now you're looking at things to tackle. And that's really something that really means the world to me, because when you approach life as something that's exciting, rather than something that you're trying to avoid, it completely flips the dynamic on a day-to-day basis. So a little bit about me. I started as a customer in 2009. Like Mike, like Rohan had said, my coach, Mike, helped me get through P90X. I got P90X. I was 35 years old, in the worst shape of my life. 3 young kids. I was out of breath playing with them on the ground. And realized there was really 2 ways I could go. I can be that dad that kind of just sat on the couch and really didn't play with his kids, or I could really step up and do something about this. And so late at night, I saw the infomercial for P90X and said, what the heck, I've kind of thrown my money at a lot of different things, and why not give this a try? I had a money back guarantee. So I said, so I did it. So the first workout I had, was pretty much, I decided it was going to be my last. But a funny thing happened. As I mentioned, my coach, Mike, had given me a call. And he said, hey, Rob. I said, who's this? And he said, my name's Mike, and I'm your coach. And I said, well, what's a coach? He says, well, I'm going to help you get through the program that you have. And I said, well, what do you mean you're going to help me get through it? You know, you live in Minnesota. I live on the East Coast. And he said, nope, I can absolutely help you. We have a network. All team members are in this chat group. And we all support each other. We all provide motivation, advice, etc. And, you know, I was going to quit after day one, and I came back for day two, and day two was hard, but I came back for day three. And soon I found myself, if I didn't do a workout, I felt not only was I going to let myself down, but I was going to let the team down. And it was absolutely amazing. So I got through the program, 90 days, got in the best shape of my life easily after 90 days. I had energy. I had, you know, a mindset that I could really tackle anything, you know, and it was pretty amazing. And so after doing a couple rounds of P90X, I became a coach for the discount. You know, then I attempted to work the business, but I really wasn't, you know, sold on working the business. I kind of dabbled in it. You know, I'd help friends out as they needed it, or I give them the discount. But really, from a business standpoint, I didn't really put my all into it. You know, I just kind of did it. And then, you know, for a number of years, I continued to do it, you know, solely for the discount and the tax benefits. And it was great. I was having a great time, you know, working out and receiving the tax benefits. But a funny thing happened along the way. As I continued along my journey, I loved the workout so much, and I loved the community so much, and I loved helping others. I figured, you know, why not actually attempt to make this a business, actually do it? And so then, you know, I attempted it. You know, you can see my family there, 3 boys, all growing bigger and bigger. You know, as they got bigger, things that they required were bigger, and certainly college tuition, if anybody's paying attention to that, keeps on creeping up and getting bigger. So I knew not only that, I needed another revenue stream for the family. And I figured, you know, what the heck, you know, it's something I absolutely love doing. And so as I applied myself towards the business end of it, I got better at what I was doing and started to actually earn a pretty good revenue weekly within the business. So a little bit about me. Over my journey, I decided to become a nutrition coach, like Rohan had stated. It's not required. It's something that I do more or less as a hobby, and I use it for my clients and as a NSCA trainer. And I enjoy it. It's something that's a passion of mine. It's not necessary, but, you know, it's kind of taken over golf. As you can see, I'm a full-time general manager of a 27-hole country club just outside Providence, Rhode Island, former golf professional. These days, I absolutely love obstacle course races. They've kind of taken the place of a lot of half marathons I used to do. I enjoy Body Beast is my favorite program. I also enjoy PIO, which provides the flexibility for golf and HIIT workouts. And so my future is predicated on personal growth, both physically and mentally, kind of what I mentioned earlier. I find that the stronger mentally I get, the better off physically I am. And it goes hand in hand. So the benefits of being a coach, you can work whatever hours that you have free time-wise. You know, some of my hours are early in the morning, during lunch. I can sneak hours here and there on breaks, or, you know, as I'm picking my kids up, or if I'm watching them at a practice. You could do it part-time. You could do it full-time. Rohan, being a cardiologist, obviously does it part-time, and what little time he has. And I, being a general manager of a country club, I do it in the spare time that I have. And the beauty of this is that we both have families. We both have full-time busy jobs, but we still operate the business and make a pretty nice residual income on a weekly basis, helping other people. And so I think that's it, is that, you know, you can commit to whatever time period that you have. And you just simply share the passion with helping others get into the best shape of their lives. And that's pretty much what it is. And as a side, as a business owner, you can expense your fitness costs. It's kind of one of the sneaky little things about owning your own business, no matter what size, is that anything that you use in the pursuit of profit for your business is an expense. If you have a gym membership, expense. If you have a cell phone bill, expense. If you have going to meet a client out for coffee, you can expense the mileage. You could also expense the coffee bill. Or whatever it is. We took a trip down to Nashville for the National Summit in 2016, and you can expense the airfare, you can expense the hotel room, meals eaten, et cetera, et cetera. And so a lot of people are doing this anyways, as far as, the gym membership, what you may need supplement-wise, cell phone bill, laptops, TV, internet bills. I mean, the list goes on indefinitely. So a lot of times as a business owner, you can save a tremendous amount of money just simply owning your own business. And so that's one of the phenomenal byproducts of being a coach. What you receive as a coach, you receive 3 preloaded websites specific to you. You don't have to be a web designer. You don't have to do anything. You just essentially fill out a short little bio, put up a couple pictures in there, and you're done. Everything is linked back directly to you. You have an app specific to you. You can run up to 10 groups simultaneously of 250 challengers. And let me tell you, if you're a trainer or a gym owner, being able to connect with people 24/7 rather than maybe once or twice a week will ensure amazing results. I found this with my clients. I know Rohan has found this with his clients. And as the app and people get busier and busier, this is an easy way to connect on their smartphone as they go. So what do you get in your website? You have an online office that monitors your clients' orders, commissions, bonuses, anything and everything. It offers product training, business training, personal development, and much, much more. And so you don't have to do anything. It's all done for you. You can find out any information, product details. Every single Monday they have a national wake-up call, which is kind of the amazing part about this business, where the multimillionaires in the organization, and there's a different one every week, get up and they tell you exactly how they did it. And they came from the backgrounds that we have. They came from whether military, whether they be sales, whether they be stay-at-home moms, police, any background you could imagine, that's where they come from. They're just like you and me. They're no different, which is really one of the things that really floored me when I met many of them down in Nashville. Rewards, obviously commissions. You make commissions on all the products that you promote, and you don't have to stock anything. Everything is provided via the website. So you don't have to handle anything. You don't have to ship anything. You don't have to stock anything. There's no buying inventory. It is super, super simple. You get bonuses for team groups. You get trips, recognition, learning, personal development, all the fitness swag you could possibly ever imagine. Statement of earnings. This is perhaps one of my favorite pages in the entire group, mainly because what this shows you is that you can earn a little or you can a lot. And people say, well, what's the key to earning a lot? The key to earning a lot is the same key to getting great fitness results. You got to put in the work. This is a real business. This isn't a get rich quick scam. This isn't a fly by night operation. This is a real quick. This is a real business. In which case, what you have to do is you have to dedicate your time, leadership, and I guess be coachable. That's the biggest thing that I found, is that my success is from being coachable, from understanding what I don't know and then doing those things in order to bring myself up to speed. I am probably at a little bit of a disadvantage than most people listening, in that I'm 44 years old. And so technology, kind of is, I don't want to say pass me by, but it's to the point where it just is so fast that a lot of the things that are just easy for, younger generations took me a little time to get up to speed. So all the social media, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Pinterest, the list goes on, and they're ever increasing. Twitter, has taken me a little bit of time to learn and get up to speed. So my progress and progression in dollar amount in the industry maybe is a little bit less than what some others have. Some others may do it faster. Some others may do it slower. But if you put in the work, the time, the effort, and dedication, and the want to, it is absolutely amazing how much you can increase your paycheck from week to week and from month to month. So statement of earnings is that if you do nothing, you make nothing. If you put in the time, the effort, the dedication, and the drive, you'll get to where you need to be. And so, as I stated, everybody's success is a little bit different based upon your skill set. Some people have the absolute perfect skill set for Beachbody out of the gate. Me, I didn't. Other people, they just absolutely love the fitness end of it and helping other people, and they can learn it as they go. And so your skill set determines how much you're going to make in the business. The great news is you can improve the skill set. My skill set was very lacking at the beginning, and I kept on improving to the point where now I'm able to make a pretty good income doing this. So be coachable. That's my number one tip for being a coach. It seems pretty basic, but you'd be amazed at how many people are not coachable. They want to do it their own way. Training and tools. We provide the business quick start, coach basics, coach training, marketing tools, communication. We have the breaking news in the back office. As I mentioned, the national wake-up call, the coach monthly newsletters, FAQ, which is essentially any question that you possibly could ever ask and the answers to it. All the social media you can find via Beachbody. What to expect from our team. This is kind of the other amazing part of it, is that a lot of times you get a business, nobody's there to show you what to do. You kind of have to figure it out on your own. With us, not only myself or Rohan or whatever coach sent you to this webinar is going to help you and show you the way, but not only do you get them, you get the entire team, because it benefits the entire team to make you successful. And in no other business is that the case. You get the free training, regular team meetings. In fact, after this webinar, we have a team meeting Monday nights, and we have other meetings throughout the week, quarterly meetings in person, leadership trainings. The support is absolutely amazing. We are a team. We are a family, bar none. Truly. It's funny because I have maybe one or two close friends, but I have a family in Beachbody. And I know that sounds tremendously corny, but I know that these people, if I needed anything at the drop of the hat, there's 20, 30, 40 people that I can count on to be there in support. So what are your options as a coach? If you're ready to join, are you ready to help others achieve their fitness and health goals? Or just as a customer? Maybe you say, I just got to change my health first. And so as a coach, you can join a couple different ways. You can join as a challenge pack, which is, to me, the best way. It's the best value. And if you haven't done any of the Beachbody programs, it's a must, because as Rohan stated, this is not a business where you're selling things per se. This is a business where you're helping people. And if you don't have a background in a fitness program that Beachbody provides, if you don't have a firsthand experience in Shakeology or the performance supplements, or if you don't know what on-demand is like, there is no way on God's green earth that you're going to be successful. Because this isn't about just sending out links and selling people stuff. This is about changing people's lives. And I'll tell you something, I'll divert a little bit. Okay, so when you change somebody's life, okay, so I was a dad. When I first started, I had 3 young little kids. I was overweight. To me, eating healthy was Fruit Loops or Frosted Flakes because I thought they were low in calories, right? The fat content didn't seem that bad. So that's my background as far as eating healthy, okay? After 90 days, my attitude, my fitness, my health completely changed. And my family kind of looked at me quizzically as far as what's going on here. Well, I continued to do it, and I continued to do it, and a funny thing happened along the way. I didn't tell my family to eat healthy. I didn't tell my family to start paying attention to their exercise, but you know what happened? They did. They started improving their own health. They started improving what they were doing, what they were eating. We eliminated soda from the house. We eliminated chips from the house. We started eliminating all these processed foods that were staples of our family that we bought on a regular basis. And this happened over a period of time. So when you change one life, you change the entire structure of that family. And so those kids are going to grow up generationally as healthy individuals. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to cure the epidemic of obesity. And the only way that starts with the parents within a family. And you change there. And then when you grow up with healthy habits, you're more likely to stay with healthy habits and essentially prevent what's going on in America and around the world as far as people that are developing type 2 diabetes and all these health issues due to poor nutrition and lack of exercise. Okay, sorry to divert there. The second way you could become a coach is to sign up with Shakeology Home Direct plus a $40 coach enrollment fee. But again, right now until the end of December, the challenge packs are $140 for 5 different challenge packs. So you're spending that amount anyways. You might as well get the program of your choice. Or you can get a fitness program and the $40 coach fee. And again, like I said, I think really if you don't have any experience with the programs or Shakeology, the challenge pack is the best way to go. But ultimately, it's your choice. You can sign up any way you desire. And then the ongoing business service fee. It's funny because originally I used to think that this fee was, I knew there was a hidden cost. The funny thing about this fee is I absolutely love this fee. I'm so excited to pay this fee every month. And you say, Rob, you're crazy. Really, I'm not. Okay, so like I stated, I own, I'm the general manager of a country club, but I also own a driving range. In this particular driving range, we have a website, and it's only pretty much a storefront. It actually doesn't do anything other than provide the business hours of operation on the website and directions. And that's all it does. And we ended up paying $150 a month for this particular website. And it provides no information really that we couldn't put on Yelp. So when you get all of the below for $15.95 a month from all the infomercials, all the brand awareness, all the promotions that they do, the personal websites that we mentioned before, all 3 of them, plus the coach app, the coach online office, product warehousing. Like I said, you never touch any products. You don't take any returns. You don't take any payments. The customer service, 24/7, 365 days a year. Yep, they're going to be open on Christmas. They're going to be open on Christmas Eve and New Year's Day. So if you or your clients have any comments or questions, you can reach somebody. Technical support, yep, same amount of time. Marketing, communications, training, success on demand, Beachbody on demand, streaming. Needless to say, it is the value of values at $15.95 fee. And on top of that all, it's a business expense, so it's a write-off at the end of the year anyway. So a tremendous cost. Or you can join as a customer. We're whether you feel that you're ready to make some money doing this and work on yourself, or you just want to work on yourself, that's fine. You still can get the challenge pack. And the beauty of the challenge pack for the customer is you buy the challenge pack now, and that down the road, if say 3 months from now, you say, hey, Rohan, I want to become a coach, the challenge pack includes your coach fee. And so in which case you don't have to essentially pay anything. You can become a coach. You'll essentially fill out the form, pay the $40 fee, and then we credit the $40 fee lickety split. So pretty awesome there. You can become a customer or Shakeology Home Direct or a fitness program or one of the thousands of other programs that we carry. In the next 24 hours, the person who invited you is going to ask, what did you like most about the presentation? What was most helpful? Does it seem like a good fit that you could help achieve not only your goals, but those of goals of people that you may know? And then which option appeals to you? Coach, customer, or talk to the coach that invited you and ask them, what do you think? Think about what can coaching do for me? For me, it's absolutely changed my life in ways that, really are not even tangible. Mindset, the way I think about myself, the way I think about my family, the way I think about other people, the way I look at success and failure. I mean, all these things have completely changed my paradigm, as far as what I think on a daily basis. Who can I help? You may, right off the top of your head, have 10 to 15 people that, are looking for answers, that you could help them, you could support them, and you can make a difference in their lives. And what are my goals and dreams? It's sad to say that before Beachbody, I really didn't have any goals. I had plenty of dreams, right? Because dreams are wishes. I had plenty of wishes. I wished to retire. I wished to retire on a, warm ocean, play a lot of golf. I wished a lot, but I really had no aim to get there. And that's really what goals are. Goals are more or less a map in order to achieve your dreams. And that's really what we're working towards. We're working towards achieving our goals so that way we do achieve our dreams. And so if you have any questions, you're going to want to touch base with Rohan, teamfindyourfocus@gmail.com, or you can touch base with myself at countryclubfitnessgm@gmail.com or Facebook. We certainly appreciate you for attending tonight.
Good night, everybody.